I'm not actually sure what this is about from Charlie. Here, let's just watch
Making
this.
absolute fools of themselves at sporting events in the stands. We had the Polish millionaire CEO who stole the hat from that kid, and now
Oh my gosh, I heard. If you guys haven't heard about that, that was so fucking crazy. So there was a millionaire CEO that like snatched. So I guess a baseball player went to give his hat to some kid in a stand, and like a CEO snatched it from the kid and like stuffed it in his duffel bag. And I guess that the player like tracked down the kid and got a new hat to the kid. Yeah, yeah. The CEO got put on blast, and his like he doubles down on it too. He got more than a hat. Oh, really? I heard he got like a whole set of. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. He got a whole. I mean, yeah. I guess that makes sense that he got a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, it's just cool that the athlete was attentive enough to notice what had happened and like actually pursued fixing the matter for the kid. That's I mean you can't. I mean can you really? Yeah, you got some particular brand of douchebags in the world for sure. It's I almost say like you can't even really blame the guy though. That that hat like yeah it was shitty to steal it for a kid, but at the same time, I mean that the CEO probably has a little boy too, right? He probably has kids too, and it is more deserving to go to the kid there. But it probably wasn't like I think people painted him out to like, oh, he stole the kid to go sell it on eBay. Yeah, exactly. That's why I agree that the kid that's there, you know, he should have had more claim to it. I mean that said though, there's also I tell my daughter, if you want to beat me in this video in this game, you gotta, you gotta play. It's sometimes I let her win, and sometimes I let her know she's got to play to win. Right? You gotta draw a line somewhere too. Literally being handed to the kid, he snatched it out of the kid's hands. Yeah, I mean, the kid, should have been quicker. He should have seen him coming.
I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the clip. We have this Karen at a Phillies game steal a baseball from a kid. Now, I haven't used the word Karen in a while. It's been many moons since that's left my lips. It's nomenclature I've retired. It became too oversaturated and started losing its.
What? Why? No, Karen has never been more applicable than ever. Karen is because it's grown into its applicableness, its usefulness. Karens are single-handedly responsible for much of society's problems. Most, in fact. I'd go as far as to say most.
Meaning. But come on, look at her. It's like she was made in a lab to be a Karen. It's like if Meat Canyon made a caricature of a Karen.
I didn't say it's okay to steal from the child, okay? I said that the child was slow and he should have been quicker. Like we gotta swing quick, right? You gotta be able to. He should have known better. It was a life lesson. Anybody else, a grown ass man grabbed that hat that he would have known to stuff that hat, in his pocket or some shit.
She just epitomizes the meaning behind the insult.
It was me. I stole.
Like, it is hard not to refer to her as a Karen.
Wait, what?
It was made in a lab to be a Karen. It's like if Meat Canyon made a caricature of a Karen. She just epitomizes the meaning behind the insult.
I don't know about that. She's not heavy set.
Not to refer to her as a Karen.
Like the way when I picture a Karen in my head, I do picture not a fat chick, but like a slightly heavier chick, and you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So what did he just swipe it from her?
To her as a Karen.
Okay, no, so it's a scramble. Yeah, it's a scramble. It was a scramble on the floor, and he picked it up. That's a, yeah, that's a game. That's open. That's open season. That's a scramble. Yeah, you that's shit. Look at his reaction. This is not. Is this really an? I can't believe this is that's an American reaction, because that's I don't. That seems like such a very I don't want to say, like, I don't sound racist to say like it seems like a European reaction, but it kind of does, the way that he's like, that he startles, right? I don't know, maybe, like that reaction. That's he's that it's just that reminds me of Mr. Bean. I think that's why I think that way. It's like that is like the most Mr. Bean fucking like oh. What do you think? Do you think she was screaming or something? Yeah. Oh, so he was like in the zone, and she. Oh, you think he was about to hit her? Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, he did almost hit her. Holy, yeah, he's got the fist cocked right here. He definitely almost blasted her. That's almost what happened. Yeah, yeah, she almost got laid the fuck out. Honestly, it would have been a better clip if you did. Bow, bitch, get back. No shot.
Now, when I first saw this clip, I thought it was scripted. I thought this is one of those like planted actor moments that a lot of sporting teams do, like where they have actors pretend like the guy's proposing to the girl and she says no and spits on him.
I mean, she reached up and grabbed his arm, and like, she, you know, in an aggressive manner. It would have been an overreaction to clock her, but it would have been an action. You know, he thinks it was an actor. His reaction was genuine. As an actor for the Jumbotron, I don't know. His reaction looked genuine. I don't. You're right. It was honestly, it's like the horseshoe effect for me on that, where because it's so campy and unrealistic, it swings back around into being realistic for me. Because like, yeah, I don't think, I don't know, I don't think that anybody could act that like that in that way. Fuck, I don't know. Actually, now that I'm looking back at this though, where he does hug his kid and close his eyes like that, that does seem fake. Now that I'm actually looking at it twice, his expression, like his posture and everything, it seems like it's intentionally acted, like over the top. You know what I mean? Like that like the squeeze. It does. I could definitely see how somebody would say this looks fake. That gesture that he did there, that part of it looked fake. Then this reaction seems genuine, so it's tough. How could they plant them both on the exact right spot for a home run? Yeah, that's absolutely true. There weren't really a lot of people. Hold on, let me see something. I wish I could see her. I wish I could see her face, because I can't. I kind of get a lot, like, you know, you can kind of read his lips and kind of get an idea of what's going on, but without her input, it's tough. Because you don't have any, you don't have any idea of her facial expression.
Now,
but you get an idea at the end here that she was probably fucking screaming, right? Like.
Now, when I first saw this clip, I thought it was scripted. I thought this is one of those, like, planted actor moments that a lot of sporting teams do, like, where they have actors pretend like the guy's proposing to the girl and she says no and spits on him, pours her drink over his head, that kind of thing. But it's all fake, part of the show, just to be entertaining. This is just, like, so perfect that I thought it was probably just make-believe, just for the sake of, like, a viral clip. It's apparently real. Like I thought for sure this was just someone playing the role of a Karen, like wearing a wig and shit with the attitude, and the way the guy reacts to her approach.
Sometimes real life is way more weird than fiction.
Is like cartoonish, where he like freaks out and he like throws up his hands like he's about to fight, but he does like one.
And it's funny when this shit is so on the nose
in horror movies
that you'd believe that it's fiction.
Real. And the reason he reacted that way is because she ran up on him when he wasn't looking and fucking shouted at him. So it actually did jump scare him. Like, I totally understand his reaction now after seeing the other angles. I'll show you the other angles in just a moment.
Okay, yeah, that'd be helpful.
The father didn't want to keep like arguing with her. It seems like he just wanted that shit to end ASAP.
Yeah, well, I'd have told her to eat a dick. Yeah, fuck that. I'd have told her to eat all of my ass, in the words of Pirate Software.
So he put the kibosh on it by just saying, here, fine, take the ball. Just leave us alone, you fucking Scrooge. Just get out of here. You know, just scram. So, like, he's just like, okay, whatever, take the ball. And she leaves. So now she has taken the ball away from that guy's son. Because he got the ball and immediately gave it to his son. And the kid looks very upset about it. Not that it looks like the lady gives a fuck at all. This might be the happiest moment of her life. It looks like she feeds off misery. She's like a fucking Dementor here, making sure that she saps the fun away from the other people in the stands. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. Let me show you another angle of her talking. Talking is not the right word for it. Yelling.
See, I called that. I so fucking called that. You can tell from her facial expression when she walks away. Okay. So, we all know what happened. It was a scramble on the floor. How much you want to bet that lady did pick it up first, and he plucked it out of her hands and walked away with it. And then that is why he gave it up at the end there, because he admitted that he did take it out of her hands. I almost want to say that I don't want to be on the fucking Karen's side, but that's probably actually what happened here.
God, the voice of a banshee. She is screeching at him about how...
You don't think she gets her hands on it? Where is she?
As a
hold on. Oh, okay. That was awful. She has her hand on it. Watch her arm move. Watch her arm move when he pulls the ball away. See? She had it in her hand. When he pulls the ball away, her arm goes with it. She absolutely had it in her hand. You can tell. Nah. I hate to be on her side about this, but I do believe she did grab it first. Because watch right here. She has it in her hand, and he grabs a hold of it. And he takes it, and you see her arm go with it. And now he has it, and he walks away with it. He absolutely took it out of her hands. You can see her hand move with his. You can see her arm move. I'm sorry. It looks like she did catch this first. as much as I hate to, like be on a Karen's side or whatever, this is pretty. This is a smoking gun as far as from hearing what she said and now seeing this. Yeah, I don't want to be on her side neither, but she did have it first. He comes in, he grabs a hold of it right there. They both have it in their hand right here. They both have it in their hand, and he takes it, and her hand goes with it with her arm. You can see her shoulder right there. Her arm moves with it because it's in her hand, and he takes it. What if they both put hands at the same time? I mean, at the end, he gives her the ball because she states like, I had it and you took it out of my hand. I don't know. I think he felt guilty. This, because if that didn't happen, he probably would have fought for it. Right? I feel like the only reason he gave it away is because he felt guilty. It's a used baseball. The kid got a goodie bag, a signed bat, the World Series tickets, and an RV. She got a ball and got doxxed. And I'm pretty. Oh man, like I'm sorry guys. I feel like I'm on the wrong side on this one, but I think that she just got blown the fuck up, and I don't think she was entirely in the wrong here. They got a new video. Oh, we did the least or the worst possible Easter candy today. And it actually, for whatever reason, wasn't Whopper fucking Robin eggs. I'll have to write my congressman about that. I don't know. I honestly, I think she got made into the fucking villain that everybody loves on the internet right now, which is the woke Karen that she appears to be. I think that she did react poorly to this situation. She reacted like a fucking scab, in fact, but I think there's a bit more to this than we're giving credit for. I think that we're writing her off because of, we want that to be the story here, the villain, but I do think she grabbed the ball first. I think he grabbed a hold of it too, and grabbed it out of her hands, and that's why she was mad, and that's why he gave it back. But that's my take on this.
But unfortunately, there are no conclusive results because the individual in the green shirt in front there blocks it, which kind of like censors what happens. But trying to activate my mind's eye here and like try x-ray vision, it looks like she and the guy next to her do actually like get close to the ball. But from where the guy in the red shirt gets it, it seems too far away for them to have reached it.
I don't believe that. Because her arm moves with the ball when he takes it.
So I think what happened is they might have like tried to get it and they might have like even, touched it, but it doesn't look like they ever they might have like tried it. It seems too far away for them to have reached it. So I think what happened is they might have like tried to get it and they might have like even, touched it, but what happened is they might have like tried to get it and they might have like even, touched it, but it doesn't look like they ever actually grabbed it. It looks more like they were trying to recover a fumble in football and it got away from them. Plus, I don't see any like obvious ripping motion from the dad here. Like if he
there's not, I mean there kind of is though, right? Like he definitely had
far away for them to have
he definitely pulls away with it right there.
They might have like tried to get it and they might have like even, touched it, but it doesn't look like they ever actually grabbed it. It looks more like they were trying to recover a fumble in football and it got away from them. Plus, I don't see any like obvious ripping motion from the dad here. Like if he ripped it out of her hands, you would see him.
Not gonna lie, if somebody
like,
snatched a ball out of my hand, I'd probably be pissed and scream in front of a kid. Yeah, and I could totally see somebody stomping up after somebody and being like, and being mad and yelling like, "Yo, I had that." If she did, in fact, that's the whole thing about this. That like, I want to be able to, in my brain, justify some part of this, and the only way that happens is if she did catch it. and that guy grabbed it out of her hands because like you have to give this person some amount of humanity, right? Like some amount of like reasonableness. Like yeah, she was mad because she did in fact catch it, and she felt like she got robbed. That's what I see here. I feel like if the guy had just sniped it, she would have known better. But that's not what happened. She said, "I had it in my hand, and you took it away from me." Right, like that's the words that she used. So she feels wronged, like she was like it was stolen from her, which that leads me to believe she did have it in her hand, at least for a fraction of a second.
Resistance, like he'd have to like pull it away from something, but instead it looks more like he just grabs it and then walks away with it. If she was actually holding on to it and he tore it from her hands like she's claiming, there would have been like
If they both had their hand on it and he pulled away with it, again, it's like I think she had a hand on it and he reached in and grabbed it and just pulled it away and just took it away. I think she probably had an awful position, but she had it in her hand. I don't know.
a struggle, like resistance there, which I just don't see in the clip. So I find her claims a bit dubious. It's hard to know for sure with
it's like I said, I can't fathom a world in which she would go do this if the ball hadn't been snatched out of her hand. Right? I think the story is so much more realistic if the ball was in her hand and the guy grabbed it out of her hand. And then she was mad and went up and did the whole thing in front of a kid in the middle of a baseball game, right? That's a story I can justify and believe in my head. But he just ran over and grabbed it from underneath her and then she flipped out like that. That is so much harder to believe. It's so much more incredulous, right? It's more ridiculous. And I don't think that's, I like to believe that the story actually is somewhere in the middle here. Can't ever justify people doxing that woman, so I've been trying to incorporate it. Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. I think that a lot of times what happens is the internet is looking for a hate wagon, hate party. And I think that's what the first one happened with the CEO and the kid. And yeah, that guy was a shitbag. And now this is just that happening again. But I think in this case, I think she had an actual defense, like an ethical defense in this situation. I do think she had an ethical defense, and that she felt at least as though she had the ball, and that it was stolen from her. Whereas opposed to the earlier asshole took it out of a kid's hand. That's a completely different situation. But in this one, I do think that the chick was more in a gray area, or even that she actually did have the ball. So I think that the media loves looking for these hate wagons, to jump in on. And I think that's what this is. It's a bunch of people piling on, hating on a Karen that has, very, as they note, as everybody's harped on, they have very Karen-esque appearances, quote unquote. And it's just another thing that the internet likes fucking, likes hating, group hating on right now.
100% certainty, obviously, because you can't see it, but it just doesn't, like, what I can tell doesn't lead me to believe that she's right, that he took it away from them. To me, it seems like she believes the ball belonged to her because it did, like, hit their seats. You can actually see it hit the seats, like, closest to them in this other angle here, but it doesn't look like they ever actually got their hands on it. It doesn't look like she ever actually had the ball, like gripped it, or maybe even touched it. Like, I'm not even sure she ever even like actually touched the ball at any point. It looked like it rolled away from them after it hit the chairs.
Now here we go again. Oh my gosh, hurry up. Okay, yeah, this is the worst video of all time. This is actually completely. This might as well just not be a video. It's like, and this is 20 seconds of this big dude with a white shirt on his back. Dun, 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 dun.
You see what I mean? I don't think she ever actually had the ball. I think there's a bunch of barnacles that she's trying to pull here, and then like attacking the guy to get the ball back to her. It's hers. It's her precious. And then he just decides to stop all this, hoopla, which actually ended up being a really good decision because his son got more than just a baseball. The kid actually did get to go get a signed bat from one of the Phillies players. So it ended up working out really well there. And now this lady just has a ball that's got a lot of like fucking cursed energy on it now from this absolute fucking diabolical display that she put on. Now, I would like to show you though that she doesn't just take out her wrath on this father here. All the people around them.
All I'm going to propose here is imagine a world in which that ball fell at her, near her feet. She reached down, grabbed a hold of it. The other guy did grab a hold of it just after her and grabbed it away from her and walked away with it. Imagine that was the circumstance that led to this event happening, and this is the repercussion. And the fact that we don't know if this is the version of reality that we live in or not, that's the problem, right? They just blasted. They put this chick fully on blast for a situation in which we don't know, like 100% that they're even that they even did the shitty thing. It's just this is deplorable as far as I'm concerned. I don't like this. We, especially like big content creators and stuff like that, you should never pull the trigger. If you're a big fucking platform, you should never pull the trigger unless you know. Because you're wielding a fucking machine gun. You've got a massive platform. If you're wrong, you're just condemning these people, right? You're just fucking these people's lives up for just for what? A couple million views on a fucking video? I don't know.
We're making fun of her for it, so she went like up into some other guy's face yelling at him. I had to cut the audio from this part here because of a song that plays during it, but she gets right up in this guy's face barking at him. So I'm guessing he was saying something about like her behavior being embarrassing or something, so she did not take that lightly.
The classes are off. Karen is ready.
The guy filming this had me giggling when he went full Adam Sandler there at the end. Jeremy! He's doing one of those. But yeah, everyone around them that saw this happen is now making fun of her. And she's very upset about it, so she literally goes into that guy's face, like hooting and hollering, and then she's like bragging about, having the ball now, this and that. So she seems pretty insufferable. From everything I've seen, I don't think there is anything to support her side of the story that she had the ball and this guy ripped it from her hands. I see nothing to indicate that being the case.
Yeah, but we also see nothing that indicates the contrary. I think that this chick probably is insufferable. I do. Her reaction to the situation and the way that she's acting right now, like a child, is pretty much a pretty clear-cut image of that, right? She's a shitty person. That said, I still think she might have caught that ball first. I do. Just given the situation. I think that that's actually the series of events that led to all this happening.
And it seems like even, Phillies and Marlins here, like the actual organizations, are on the father's side here that what happened was pretty uncalled for. Anyway, though, I wanted to talk about this a bit because everyone is dunking on her right now. This is once again blown up to the same levels as, like, the Polish CEO.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy how often
It's the same thing. It's a hate bandwagon. All right, well, so that's what's going on with that. I didn't know. Now I know. I know the things. I'm in the know. That's cool.
Hey, I'm YL, and I could be live right here, right now. You won't know until you check. See ya.